my husband served in law enforcement for his entire career, and my brother, sister-in-law, whole family of law enforcement. And you're right, cover my six. I mean, they say that for a reason, with military.
Look at my blue.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Look at my blue on this end.
I love it. So yeah, that trust
I
comes a lot.
believe in the blue.
Duane from the Oak Ridge Boys, I'm just so impressed to meet you, and my mom is probably a bigger fangirl at home than I am here sitting by you, but what a privilege and what an honor. And over 75 years in music, you must love what you do, and you must like the boys that you've been working with all these years.
We all love each other, and we all love what the Oak Ridge Boys stand for. It's been a great place to work, a place to live in Hendersonville, Tennessee. We've got a wonderful family. And before Joe passed away, we had all been together as the four that most people know over 50 years. But this group started the year I was born, 1943. And I was a big fan of this group long before I ever joined them. I've known Oak Ridge Boys music practically all of my life so far, and I've known all the members, all of the old quartet members before they changed their name to Oak Ridge Boys. When I came, we never really used the quartet name again. We just have used Boys since then, but we own both of the names. And we go back to Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where we used to go, our forefathers used to go. They were known as the Georgia Clodhoppers, and they were based in Knoxville, Tennessee. They would go to Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and sing for the people working in the plant, where they were separating the atoms that would make one of the bombs. And the people in the plant started calling them their Oak Ridge Quartet and asked for gospel songs.
Oh, wow.
So they started singing gospel music as a result of that, and they would go out. After the war, they moved to Nashville, started the all-night singings, and they would go out and sing gospel music, but to open the show, they would go out in overalls and country clothes and hillbilly clothes and sing as the Georgia Clodhoppers, and then go back and change clothes into suits and ties and sing gospel music.
Well, I'm from the Panhandle, Lower Alabama, they call it, the Northwest Florida area, and clodhoppers we're familiar with, but gospel music, that's one of the greatest memories that I have of the Oak Ridge Boys. So what was your favorite song that you've ever performed?
Well, I'd have to mention three songs that were huge for us. Jesus is Coming Soon, I Know, and King Jesus. All three of those songs were huge radio hits for the Oak Ridge Boys. I wrote a song called He Did It All For Me, and it's having a resurgence right now. And I wrote that over 55 years ago. But there's a group in gospel music right now that I've mentored a lot in their early years. I would talk to them probably sometimes a couple of times a week. Ernie Haas would call me with Signature Sound. And he had dreamed of doing He Did It All For Me that I wrote. So he asked me if I would think ahead and put a date in the book that we didn't book and come to Memphis when they have the quartet convention there and sing it with them. And so I did last spring. I went to Memphis and sang this song with them, and they made a whole video, our video of that show, and that song is in it. It went over so well. The people accepted me so well that it was a moment that I shall never forget, because I didn't know how gospel music people would really accept me. Mm-hmm. And that was the first place I ever went to, the National Quartet Convention. I rode a bus to get there before, when I was in college. I was in college. And I went to Memphis to the National Quartet Convention, and that was probably 64. I joined the Prophets in 65, the Oaks in 66. But they were so wonderful to me. And it hasn't been announced, but it's very possible we're going to do it again at the National Quartet Convention in Gatlinburg.
Oh, that's exciting. I'll have to listen out for that. Well, you know, legacy, you certainly have a tremendous legacy. Over 50 years, I think, together as the Oak Ridge Boys. And I'm sorry about the passing of Joe. I kind of watched that on social media a little bit, and that's a terrible thing to have to go through. But trust. I know in our industry, in the financial industry, trust is so important. How important has it been for you to trust your team, your managers, anyone dealing with your finances over these years?
I'd have to start with the gifts that God gave me. The ones that people know about are singing and maybe running a group. I actually studied business management, business administration in college, economics, distributive education, and speech and drama before I studied music. Smart. Then I went into a university and got my degree in classical music. But I had all of those other foundation things that helped me later. I didn't know that I would be doing all of the things that I've done with the Oak Ridge Boys. But the business part, I actually studied for that. And God gave me another gift that is kind of an invisible gift. He gave me the gift of discernment. And I can see a crook a mile off. And I've been able to associate myself with people I can trust because I can read them. And I just don't do business with people that I can't trust. I do business with people because I know that I can trust them. When I first came into this business, I was told by many people, don't do any kind of business with your friends. Well, wait a minute. You don't have friends like I have. I have great friends, and I can trust them. And that's who I want to do business with. The people I can trust are my friends, and that's who I do business with.
My husband served in law enforcement for his entire career, and my brother, sister-in-law, whole family of law enforcement. And you're right, cover my six. I mean, they say that for a reason, you know, with military.
Look at my blue.
Law enforcement. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Look at my blue on this hand.
I love it. So yeah, that trust comes
I
a lot with
believe in
that.
the blue.
They do some great things, and they certainly do things that I would never be willing to do. They run towards the danger, and I want to go the opposite direction. But thank you for everything that you've done, your legacy, and I know my mom, Linda, would just be right here trying to sing Elvira with you if she could, and she cannot carry a tune. I got that gene from her, so. But thank you so much, Duane. It was so great to meet you.
Will you tell Mom hello, give her a big hug for me, and you tell her I was a fan of this group long before I was a member.
I will do.
So it's good to be here and to help provide a good living for about 24 families, and I've been here for 59 years, and that's a really good feeling. And we're still going, and we'll go until God tells us it's enough.
And the farewell tour, right?
We're in the extended farewell tour, and I don't know how long it will extend, but God will tell us.
Well, God bless you. It was so great talking with you.
It's so good to talk with you.